Okay, there's no question that San Diego has become the mecca in the craft brew world. So today, Craft Brew Day. I'm gonna love this. I'm Sam the Cooking Guy. This show is about food that's big in taste and small in effort. Totally easy stuff anyone can make. And everything comes from the supermarket. Here's what you do. You take all those other cooking shows and get rid of them. You know what? You don't need them anymore. This is Sam the Cooking Guy. And first up, Stone Brewing. Okay, you can't start a beer show without a little Beer 101, exactly how it's made. So Greg, right now, take it away, go.
Okay, Beer 101 speed round, take notes at home. First we take grain, barley specifically, and we bring it in, weigh it, mix it with hot water into here. This is the mash tun. Hot water, barley mixed together. And what we do is we take the liquid, after being over here, we drain off, and we bring it over here into the lauter tun. It's cooking. It's basically it's in there, getting all the goodness out of the grain, converting starches into sugars, so the sugars can later be fermented.
So it goes from here, what? Then what?
Approximately an hour, hour and a half in here, and then we bring it into the kettle. And just the liquid, at this point is called wort, W-O-R-T, rhymes with dirt.
Got it.
Wort. The wort transfers over. And all the barley is now spent grain. It gets sent back out, and we ship it off to local cows.
So now you've got just the liquid, the wort in here, right? Then
And here's where we add the hops. Now, hops are the spice of beer. You get a lot of aromatics. You get bitterness from hops. Bitterness is not a bad thing. It's a good thing, right?
Okay, so we're in here about an hour and a half, and then?
What happens if we cool down the wort,
Yeah.
and then we bring it in and we add the yeast in the fermenter.
Oh.
And essentially, from the perspective of the yeast, we've done all this process to create yeast food. They're happy. They're really happy, and it's party time. They're reproducing, and they're creating alcohol and CO2 as a result. Then,
And then are we done?
really, really, really close. We filter it, just so you can have a nice clear beer. And then it's either pegged or bottled.
Then we're done.
Well, no, we're not done.
Then you have to drink it.
Yeah.
All right, well, you know what I meant. We should go and sit down where it's a little quieter and just talk about you.
All right, yeah, well, that is beer involved?
I'm guessing. Yeah.
Okay, count me in.
Good. San Diego's like #1 microbrew region in the country. Is that not correct?
I would say San Diego is a #1 region for great beer in the world. This is
Wow.
commonly perceived today.
Yeah. How many microbreweries in town?
Well, okay, I'm going to use the word craft brewery because some of us are outside of the strict micro definition now. We've grown past it.
Yeah.
But there are about 35 great small breweries here in San Diego County, ranging from just a few barrels a year, literally, to the 115,000 barrels that Stone produced last year.
I don't know that everybody aspires to 100,000 plus cases a year, but I do get the sense that the brewers in town aspire to just great beer.
We're part of a revolution of freedom. We are now throwing off these chains of oppression, no less,
Yeah.
and saying no longer will we just stand for complete commodity, lowest common denominator, generic. Instead,
Are you hearing this?
we have the right and the privilege to appreciate the better things, and they're right here.
Keep going.
So, brothers and sisters, I call out to you, will you stand with me? Will you stand with me and Sam in this fight? Because, nay, it is a fight. The fight for justice, the fight for truth, and the fight for righteousness. Yes, right here in San Diego County, we have nothing but the very best to offer to you, and it's there. All you have to do is reach out and grab it. That's right. Or you can do what the television commercial, watch out, in between the segment, it's going to reach out, stick its fingers through your nose, and pull you along. Don't go. Go with us.
You're
This is the
fantastic.
truth.
Do you cook with beer?
Of course.
I'm going to cook with beer
Amazing
next.
stuff.
With this one right here.
Arrogant Bastard Ale.
Eric and Bastard. Don't go away. More great beer stuff right here on, what are we calling today? Beer Day. Beer Day with Sam the Cooking Day.
Can I say Craft
No.
Beer Day?
No, Craft Beer Day
With
with Sam the Cooking Guy.
Yeah.
God, I love this show. Wait, I mean I love you. I mean I love your beer. Quick, go to commercial. This is Sam the Cooking Guy. Oh. Awkward moment. Welcome back to Craft Beer Day. I'm Sam the Cooking Guy. We're still here at Stone. And from the looks of things, we might not be leaving. But I have to cook something, and they've graciously allowed me to use their outdoor bar area. So I brought a few of my things, and I bummed a few things from Stone. They've been gracious hosts today. So here's what I want to do. I'm going to do a thing with mussels. And of course, on Craft Beer Day, I'm going to cook with beer. So I'm going to use one of these. I know there's a lot. I know which one I'm going to use. I'm going to do a mussel thing, and we hope it's going to come together. So here are my ingredients. Mussels. Linguiça, sort of spicy Portuguese sausage. Yes? Parsley that I'll be using. I brought olive oil, onion, roasted red peppers, love them. So here's the deal. I want to get the onion and the linguiça cooking in here. So this softens and this starts to get some color on it. So onion first. We just want to bust in the pot. Just a little olive oil. Okay, now the linguiça comes spicy. It comes mild and spicy. For our purposes today, I wanted the spice. I wanted the spice with the mussels. So these guys will just cut. We're gonna throw this in. So lots of heat is gonna soften and start to give a little color to linguiça. In the meantime, let's check out our mussels. So here's the deal with mussels. Every so often you get a little piece. They call it the beer down here. You just take your fingers and you just pull it off. You don't want that part. Wow, the smell from that is so good. The other thing that I'm gonna put with this are these roasted red peppers, and one of my favorite things to keep around. Great flavor, beautiful color. So, some garlic. I don't like garlic burning, it's pretty hot in there, so when the garlic goes in, we're just gonna give it a little bit of time, and then we're gonna throw the rest of the stuff in. So the red peppers, I just want a really rough chop. Nothing too small or perfect. Oh, flippin' amazing. As soon as that gets a little bit hotter, we're gonna throw the garlic in, give it 1 minute, and then the mussels and the beer. And the beer that I'm using is the Oaked Arrogant Bastard. Check this out, I took this off their website. Here's what they've written about their Arrogant Bastard Ale. This is an aggressive ale. You probably won't like it. It's quite doubtful that you have the taste or sophistication to be able to appreciate an ale of this quality and depth. We suggest that you stick to safer and more familiar territory. I love these guys. Okay, hot. Garlic goes in. This will go in. I feel like I need a little more.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. The founders here, thank you. I've been saved. It would have worked out, you know. Oh, that looked just like mine. I thought the whole point of you being, what? I'm sorry.
Was that just some kind of laugh?
I don't know. No, I thought the point of you coming here was to
Get myself a
okay,
beer.
watch this. Good. Now here, and now we dump the mussels in. Quick stir. And then the important part, when you're cooking mussels, lid goes on. And it's gonna be about 4 minutes. And they're gonna go from this to this. Be open and beautiful for you. If they don't open, you throw them away because that means they're probably dead. And if you eat them, they're no bueno. So just hang on 2 seconds and we'll be fine. So beautiful. See how they all open? Oh, I love this. And now pour some broth in. Tell me that doesn't look amazing. Good, good. So watch. Beautiful. Look at those mussels. Get a little bit of the red pepper in there. A little broth. It's kind of ridiculous. And then, and then if you're at Stone, you just ask and they show up with a little plate of crostini for you that you can dip in that broth. I could make like the perfect little bite with a mussel. A big, plump, juicy, gorgeous mussel here. some of the red pepper. You're gonna want a lot of that. It is so good. It's been a great start to Craft Beer Day, but we're not over yet. We got a couple more spots to go. Up next, Ballast Point. You're gonna like that too. Don't go away. This is Sam the Cooking Guy. Welcome back to Craft Brew Day. We've started off at the big boy, the granddaddy, Stone, and now we're at the middle size, the Mama Bear, Ballast Point. They're gonna hate me for that, but they're great guys. Okay, so here's the deal. I'm gonna cook, and while I cook, I'm gonna talk to Colby. Colby is the specialty brewer. Jack is the founder and what? Owner, founder. And Yusuf is what?
Head brewer and head distiller.
Head brewer and head distiller. All right, I'll get it straight. A distiller. We'll talk about that in a second. Okay, but you guys go away now. There's not room for everybody. There's room for Colby and there's room for me. I'm gonna make a cheese dip thing. Should we start with something to drink?
I'm gonna get us a beer while you get.
I think that's an excellent idea.
All right. Cheers.
You say cheers here?
Absolutely.
Ballast Point, cheers. What is that?
That is
apart from being delicious.
Gulpin IPA.
Wow.
#1 rated IPA in the world right now for about the past year and a half, 2 years.
Get out of here with your bad self. Really?
Yep. Oh.
How old are you guys? What's the deal? I know you make beer. I know you didn't start by making beer, really.
No, we actually started in 1992 as Home Brew Marts. We're in the belly of Home Brew Mart right now. For the most
And
part.
Home Brew Mart was what?
Home Brew Mart is a retail supply store that you can come in and buy all the ingredients and the equipment to brew beer or wine at your house.
Okay, so when do you start making your beer?
That was 1996. We got a 500-gallon system in the back and made by a local guy here, and away we went.
Okay, so back to this for a second. So bacon cooking here. This is, you know, like that Velveeta kind of cheese. I need similar amount of basic everyday cream cheese. So this guy will go in here. I have green onions that I bought. I'm a very big green onion fan, and if I stop this for 1 second, I'll just throw the green onions in with this, just to give them a little extra flavor. And you don't have to do that, but I mean, all the flavors really start to do a great thing when they heat up a little bit. So let that do its thing just for a second. And now the cheese. So we've got these two cheeses here. I'm gonna put it on low. And I guess I could probably just add this all right in right now. Okay, so I want this just to melt and start to do its thing beautifully. I wanted something to dip into this. And I mean, crackers, yes. Tortilla chips, yes. But I like baguettes. So I bought one. And all I'm gonna do is butter it and then grill it and have it be beautiful.
Should we try another beer?
Oh yeah, what do you got?
This is a Doppelbock that we do.
Doppelbock?
So it's an actual lager.
Doppel meaning double?
Double, correct.
It's a double bock. See what's happening here? It's starting to get nice.
Cheers again.
Really nice, beautiful color. So I think a lot of people see a darker beer and they often expect a bitter finish. And
This
there's
doesn't have that.
nothing bitter about this at
Right.
all. Okay, so here's where we've gotten with this. It's dippier than I want, so I want to add some beer to it to soften it up.
I suggest our Wahoo wheat beer. This is a kind of a Belgian-inspired wheat beer. So we use a lot of Belgian base malts and things to it, but we also add coriander, orange peel, and curacao to it. So that might help with the cheese, I think, adding a little bit of, take a sip, you gotta sip it before you put it in there, right? It's the rule. Great summertime beer, especially here in San Diego.
Wow, it's really light and beautiful. Okay, so we're gonna add some of this. I have one more thing to add. It's shrimp. Why? I don't know. I just saw them and I went, I would like this. So I'm gonna throw shrimp in here. Oh, and I forgot one more thing, hold on. I need a little bit of seasoning. We won't get enough from the beer. There's no seasoning in the cheese. So I have Montreal steak seasoning here. Like the idea of that. So this now has become a bacon, beer, shrimp dip. So watch. We get this hot. for a second, take this off. As I was thinking about this morning, it's very much my philosophy on food. Like, you just put in whatever you want to put in it. If you have an idea about something, you should use that. Don't just stick to a recipe because that's the way that it's always been. I want you to feel free to get out and do anything you want when it comes to food. Needed a little bit more of the green onion just for the top.
Would a shot of rum make this better?
All right, so here's the deal. So not only are the Ballast Point boys making beer, and really good beer, and apparently the #1 selling IPA in the world, according to Beer Advocate and everybody.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah, everybody that has it.
We'll go with that, everybody that has it. But they're also the only people in San Diego County that are also, wait for it, boom, distilling spirits. Am I right?
You're correct.
I'm correct.
First one since Prohibition.
Since Prohibition?
Yeah. And the only one right now.
All right, so look at, here's what we've got. We've got little bread points here that we'll cut and we can dip. And we've got this. We put a little of the green onion on top of it and some of the Montreal seasoning again. There you go. Make sure you want shrimp, you want green onion, you want the Montreal steak seasoning, you want the whole damn thing.
Sold.
Mm-hmm. Mellow. Mm-hmm. That's a really nice little,
Undertone touch.
really nice little undertone.
Kind of
touch.
bright. Pretty bright, actually, for how
It
much
is, yeah.
heaviness there is in there, you know?
Okay, we've done a good job here today.
We have done a good job.
Colby, thanks a lot. I love what you guys are doing.
Thank you.
Don't go away. When we come back, we have a third brewery to go to. Mama Bear, Baby Bear. But they're really good. See you in a second.
Cheers.
Cheers. This is Sam the Cooking Guy. Welcome back to Craft Beer Day. We're at our third stop, Alesmith. It's kind of like the Three Bears thing. We've done Stone, Papa Bear, we've done Ballast Point, Mama Bear, and right now, we're doing Baby Bear, but really good Baby Bear. Okay, so Peter, what's your place like in the beer world here in town? Oh wait, before I do that, sorry. It's Peter Zion, the owner of Alesmith, and my cousin. Full disclosure, I have to say that, right? I probably
Absolutely,
don't have
no.
to, but I'm going to.
No,
Okay,
I'm
what's
proud
your?
of that fact.
You are proud of that?
I am
fact?
proud of
And
that
I'm proud of that fact too.
Excellent.
Good, thank you. So what is your? I mean, I said outside. You know, we've done Papa Bear, Stone, Mama Bear, Ballast Point, and kind of Baby Bear, you guys. But that's really in terms of barrels. That's where we are, right?
Yeah, we've been a really small brewery ever since we started in 1995. We do about 120, 130 batches of beer a year.
So something I wanted to talk about with you are these, like the champagne version things that you do. What's this all about?
Well, this whole new microbrew segment, there's a lot going on, and so what we want to do is give you a completely different package than you're used to experiencing with beer. So you're not going to find a 6-pack ring and plastic with us. This is a champagne bottle, 750 milliliter, but it's filled with beer, and we do 5 different styles this way. So they're all high in alcohol. That's the one thing they have in common when we package them like this. But we want to give you just a nice presentation, but also pay a lot of attention to what's in that bottle.
Okay, here's the deal. I'm going to go cook.
Okay.
Cook's the wrong word. It's not really cooking what I'm going to do, but I'm going to go make something, and I think I'm going to use this.
Excellent.
The Speedway. Tell me, Speedway is what?
Speedway Stout. It's a Russian Imperial Stout is the style. That style was developed in England when the dignitaries from Russia would come visit. They knew they liked stronger beverage like vodka,
Yeah.
so they made a stronger beer. So
And
the
that
Imperial
is
Russian Stout is
12% alcohol. Wow.
And there's also coffee in it from a local roasting company that does things like we do, very careful, the Ryan Brothers, and they make a wonderful product.
We love you guys, Ryan Brothers.
It's a big part of this beer,
Great
too.
coffee, great beer. All right, here we go.
Make extra whatever you're making, because
Just for you, man.
excellent.
Okay,
Thank you.
good. Yeah. Oh,
Take the beer.
all right. I got my Speedway. If it's not obvious, we're in the cooler. I haven't completely thunk out my plan yet. I'm making a milkshake. So with the Speedway, because it's got the coffee in it, it's dark, it's delicious. But I need to make some whipping cream. So the cream goes in. A little sugar. Not too much. And then I got an idea for these things. These chocolate espresso beans. We're gonna do something with these. We've talked about this before. You can go too far with whipping cream. You want to be able to do this. So this is fine. So now I'll unplug this. Now I'll bring my blender back, plug it in. But before we do this, I want to see if I can break up some of these. I think it would be nice when you had the milkshake, there's a little bit of gritty of this in there. All right. Perfect. All right, so this process is simple. Ice cream goes in. Now the speeds, oh. I got it, watch. God, it works on a regular bottle. Will it not work on this? Damn it. That hurt. Now I'm pissed. Ow! Can I use that? All right, look at this beautiful color. Come on, sweetheart, let's go, be a good boy. And now some of this espresso beans in there. Okay, I'm not a huge milkshake guy, but that's an amazing milkshake.
Thank you.
And you don't have to say it's good if you don't like it, but it's really damn good.
Crunchy, smooth, got a lot of textures going on.
And how about the stout in here?
It's working with the coffee.
Isn't it really good?
Espresso coffee. Yeah, nice.
Go to the breweries, go to Stone, go to Ballast Point, come here to Alesmith, go to the tasting rooms, taste the stuff, buy it, support craft brews that are local to you. I'm Sam the Cooking Guy, inside of Alesmith's walk-in refrigerator. It's damn cold and this is damn good. See you next time. I'm Sam the Cooking Guy, and you might know me from my TV show. I hope. Anyway, now we have the Sam Livecast. It's live, uncensored, and uncut. Oh, plus you as the audience can participate. And if you miss it, you can always download the podcast. And while there's always food, it's not always about food. That's how we do things here. We all got it. Got just all this anger. But it is always about having a great time. For the Sam Livecast.